myself, okay, a father, because remember, we are talking about a father, not a husband.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
So as a father, I find that one of the main responsibilities that I have is to train my child to be a man.
Yes.
I think that's very important. You know, apart from having responsibilities of providing for the family or not, whether you have really strong commitments to your family or not, I find that it is really important for a man to be able to bring up their children as adults, sons and daughters. Because you have the responsibility to be a model man for your daughter, so that she will not go and look for lousy men or other men that do not live up to her expectation of a good man.
Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense.
Because some daughters, they have very bad fathers, and the fathers don't give these daughters the attention that they need or the care that they need. And so when they grow up, they look for men that are similar to her father type, right? Because that's the only man that she actually knows in her entire life, because that's the father figure. And for sons, if your father's an asshole, likely you will become an asshole too, because your dad doesn't actually bring you up or teach you how to be a man.
I gotta say it's yes.
And so even when I teach, especially for teenagers, not even teenagers, even for primary 4 and 5 kids, even if they're really, really young, right? I will always go to class and I'll say, hey, are you children or adults? And they'll be like, we're kids. So then I ask them, and I was like, but do you want me to talk to you like an adult or do you want me to talk to you like a kid?
Both.
All of the children will say, please talk to us like adults. It's very interesting. And I mean, if you're a teacher, go and try. Check it out with your kids. They would all want you to talk to them like adults, actually. And but what does it mean to be an adult? So I said, basically, adults need 2 skills. Actually, 1 skill and 1 mindset. The first mindset is that you have to be responsible for your actions. Because no one's going to help you or cover for you. Your mom and dad's not going to be responsible for you anymore. So when you're an adult, your first mindset is, I'm responsible for my actions. And that will really show whether you are a man or a woman or whether you've really grown up and matured. The second thing, which is a skill that adults need, is actually the skill of negotiation. Negotiation. So for example, yes, I made a mistake. Now let's negotiate the consequence of that mistake. Any conversation that adults have, okay, it's usually a negotiation.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be business. It doesn't have to be a business negotiation, but it is trying to meet a balance between the expectations of 2 people. And so the skill of negotiation is very important. If you're not able to negotiate with a person because you are too weak, then you are not going to do very well. And if you do not let others negotiate with you, that means you are too tough. Then that would be another set of problems. So when adults communicate, it's always about negotiation and trying to get best for both parties. Not that, you have to follow everything I say, or yes, I'll follow everything you say. That's not a healthy relationship. So to summarize, as a father, I think one of the most important things that for me is that I must learn to raise my children as adults, and of that it requires 1 skill and 1 mindset. The first mindset is that we are responsible for our actions, and the second is actually the skill of negotiation. So that's my 5 cents worth on fathers.
5 cents? I think that's $1 billion.
But I don't get any money out of it, do you understand? So it doesn't matter.